Should you train your in-house team, hire a contractor, or use a specialized agency like Vision Labs to implement your PostHog implementation? That's the question that I've seen asked on the Reddits, on Twitter, everywhere else. People saying that I can do this and you can, versus hiring outside help. There are 4 core things I want you to consider while we do this. We'll run through all 4 of them in order so you have everything you need. The first is, what are you trying to accomplish? I mean this from a 1 month and a 12-month perspective. Is what do you want immediately to be solved within 1 month? Do you want just events sent? Do you want them to actually be in your code base? Do you want them to give your devs the code base? Who do you want to train and learn the actual use case of what PostHog is capable of unlocking features that you might already be paying for? And so now you can take this list of things of saying, hey, do we want to take this in-house and train our team, figure out how we can do this, trial and error? Or do you want to go to a contractor who might be able to do these things, but they know the full breadth or the full discovery process because they don't have systems in place. They know how the tool works, they can answer your questions, and they can execute from there. Or you can have a specialized agency where they have a breadth of knowledge, they only do this one thing, and then you can have an execution plan that is much faster. But you need to first understand, do you want just events being sent? Do you want to have dashboards set up that help proactively decide who's churning? Do you want to have your conversions API sent up via PostHog as a true CDP? Do you want to kill other tools? Do you want to take out Segment? Do you want to remove other types of tools from your system to centralize it into one location? What are you trying to do? And that might not be a question that you know the answer to, right? You might not know what's possible. I've just seen a lot of different teams try either the in-house method or hiring someone on Upwork, and it just never goes the way that you'd expect. So just keep that in mind as you start developing your own plan and expectations for what you're going for. The next thing I want you to layer onto that, right? So you have your expectation document. We then have the idea of these 4 horsemen: the acquisition, onboarding, utilization, and finance. How many of these things do you have skills in? Do you want to report on acquisition? Where are customers coming from? Where are trials coming from? Where are you getting the highest paid customers, the fastest converting customers, the best customers? All of those are, where are they coming from? Hey, if you're looking for help on this, go to visionlabs.com/thehog. Our team is ready and enabled at any point. We do sprints of 1 month, 3 months, and then ongoing maintenance beyond that to really help you sail off into the sunset and then get the highest utilization you possibly can out of your analytics. We want to make money for you so you can be sleeping sound at night, focus on the features that matter, focus on doing the iterations that make the most sense and enabling your team to move quicker, faster, and be sailing off into the sunset of product and marketing analytics in one space. We then have onboarding questions. Are they completing the onboarding? Are they utilizing the entirety of all the features that they have to have? Do they need to connect to something? Do they have to build out something specific to get the value from what you're doing? Side note on this, we've actually worked with an info company, so they sold information via video. We've worked with a catalog company so that they have thousands and thousands of courses, and those courses are being taken, think of like Udemy style of videos, where it's a bunch of videos by a bunch of different creators all on this one platform. We've also worked with software companies that are usage-based, right? So you have so many different ways to know what the onboarding experience is supposed to be. Should they take a course? Should they watch a video? Should they connect a data source? What does that look like? We then have utilization. So are they actually utilizing your product or information in a way that is replicable every single month? You don't know what that is, right? Maybe it's an app that they should be in every single day, every single week, every single month. How do you decide what a power user is versus a churned user, right? That's not using it. How do you handle the in between there and promote the thing that you're trying to get towards? Utilization is where you spend most of your time thinking. I actually think it's one of the most powerful from a long-term growth and the least powerful from a short-term growth. More on that in a second. We then have finance, right? Are you pulling in your spend data of what you're spending money on, what the actual cost is if you're AI enabled, right? Are there AI features that are costing your users money that they can ramp up costs that they're not aware of? So that is the kind of core 4. How do you want the person or team or agency that is utilizing or building this out to think about these 4? Then we have the idea of forecasting, right? So do you want to use your analytics tool to try and help you get towards what is going to happen next month? We call this, technically we call this the goose because of Top Gear, where you have Goose, who is the head of, like he's in the movie Goose, but then you have him who his actual specialty is radar and intelligence there. So he's comic relief. Hopefully that's funny. And then also the pilot that assists in Maverick, the Top Gear. You get the idea. So that is the structure of how do you want to look at acquisition, onboarding, utilization, and finance to forecast out what will happen next month or next week or tomorrow in acquisition, onboarding, utilization, and finance. So think about those things as you are having an implementer look at your entire system. And in the third, I want you to ask them about what the entire life cycle looks like. Are you using PostHog and you deploying it within the app? Are you deploying it via Google Tag Manager? Are you deploying it via webhooks and trying to get data in that way? You have to really understand the entire ecosystem of what they're doing and how that looks like to support you over a long period of time. For a moment, I'll speak on the idea of Vision Labs. So Vision Labs, we work with companies over the long period. We have an onboarding structure that is usually 1 month or 3 months, depending on the size of the company. And then we have an ongoing iteration and pushing new features and enabling new features and training over a 12-month period so your teams can understand exactly what to do. Again, this is a structure that you might want someone to come in, be quick, dirty, get you done in a week, and then sell you off in the sunset. You might actually want to have the full utilization over a long period of time or anywhere along that scale. Lastly, now, how do you know when you're ready for what level? Let's just say you're a startup, you're a solo founder, you maybe have 1 to 2 people on your team. I would say go the DIY approach. Just figure it out, push the button, smash them. There you go. The second thing you have a funding, if you're raising money, or if you hit $1 million in ARR, I would highly recommend that you reach out to either a contractor or go to the Vision Labs sprint, visionlabs.com/posthog, and you can see about that. Once you get above that 1 million, I'd say flirting with the $3 to $4 million, that's when you want a specialized agency, because you can actually have your analytics start making money at that point. If you think of what 1% is of $4 million, and if you're saving that amount of money every year, it's probably going to pay for the analytics itself. So you can think at about $4 million, you start to see that, and it just goes up from there. We've worked with $10 million, $20 million brands, and you're able to see a much higher return much more immediately on your actual analytics implementations. That's a general guide, general rule of thumb. I've seen it broken every which way. There are exceptions to the exceptions, but that's what I generally recommend. So without further ado, just cover those few points. If you answer those questions for yourself, there are so many ways that you can kind of move forward and build out your system, but your foundation is so important. Make sure you get that right.